What day is it? Day 5. That's what day it is. Day 5 of this stupid adventure. Let's see what's in store for me today. Oh my goodness, they actually like jumped to Dreams continues to amaze me. Whoop. Oh, there they go. I was like, why didn't most of them respawn? That's so weird. Oh, game over? Oh, not quite. All these lights correspond to like different combinations of things in the actual Advent of Code problem, which is kind of funny. Oh wow. All right, let's just get going with day 5. So, how did you find your way out of there? Let's pull it up here. Supply stacks. The expedition can depart as soon as the final supplies have been unloaded from the ships. Supplies are stored in stacks of marked crates, but because the needed supplies... This better not be Towers of Hanoi. But because the needed supplies are buried under many other crates, the crates need to be rearranged. The ship has a giant cargo crane capable of moving crates between stacks. To ensure none of the crates get crushed or fall over, the crane operator will rearrange them in a series of carefully planned steps. After the crates are rearranged, the desired crates will be at the top of each stack. Damn, this is Towers of Hanoi. The elves don't want to interrupt the crane operator during this delicate procedure, but they forgot to ask her which crate will end up where, and they want to be ready to unload them as soon as possible so they can embark. So we have these 3 starting stacks here: the stack NZ, the stack DCM, the stack P, stacks 1, 2, 3. Move 1 from 2 to 1. Oh, so it's the number of crates that you're moving from one to the other. So, in other words, you'd move D, 1 crate D, from here to here. In the first step, let's see here. Yeah, that's the first one. And then 3 crates are moved from stack 1 to stack 3. They're moved 1 at a time, so the stack inverts D, N, Z. Then both crates are moved from stack 2 to stack 1, again because crates are moved 1 at a time, crate C, yeah. They just need to know which crate will end up on top of each stack. Okay, so it's not like solving Towers of Hanoi, it's just doing Towers of Hanoi. And I guess it's not technically Towers of Hanoi because you don't have to worry about the, like, well, actually I don't even remember how Towers of Hanoi works anymore. I just know the name so that I can pretend to know computer science. So, this seems... It seems both pretty straightforward, and it also seems like it'll be difficult for me. So, let's first think how to do... What I'm thinking is that I'm gonna have to use physical objects in the world. because I just know no other way. I think it would be too painful to be like pushing and popping from like lists within the Dreams code world. This seems like the kind of thing where I need to actually be moving stuff around in the world, which is fine. That's more visually interesting anyway. Let's start by grabbing my puzzle input and getting that up on screen like I do. So we've got that. And I've got this. I've got like a few components to this here. And I've got the end result here. Let's line them up. All right, there is our problem for today. So let's get into a creation and do it. So we got to represent stacks. Now I can, here, let me start by grabbing a crate. Somebody's made a crate, right? It's a video game thing. There's got to be crates. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at these beautiful, beautiful crates. Oh, it's exactly what I wanted. And let's see, can I make this physical? Yes. Whoa. Huh? It like embedded in the ground in a funny way. Oh, it's got weird collision. I think it's probably just got weird collision because it's on a large... It's on a large object, and from what I know about physics engines, that might result in some weirdness. But, you know, this works well enough for my purposes. You know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this, like, stacking. I kind of first want to see if I can do something that, like, I'm trying to remember, how did I do it for the Dreams thing? I had a sort of springy mover thing that would like pull along a couple axes to like move things to a particular point. I don't remember how I did that. I certainly had the gyroscope, which is probably a useful thing for this to avoid some ultra mega jank. Because if I play this, basically the gyroscope tries to hold things upright. Feebly, in this case. You can see it trying to right it. If I increase the strength, perhaps, then you would see it better. Yep. Which I actually... Whoa! I'm actually fine with this for my purposes because I'm going to be stacking these on top of each other pretty regularly. And I don't really want to deal with them like falling all over the place. So having a little bit of extra force on there is totally fine by me. So we'll keep that nicely snapped on right here. I kind of, let's see. If I want to do the mover thing though. Oh, how do followers work again? What can you tell them to follow? Oh, they can follow a particular tag. I like where this is going. I like where this is going. I'll show you what this can do. If I drop in a tag, tags are sort of deceptively generic in Dreams. They are used to, you know, tag a particular object, but they are also just kind of a generic, like, transform in the world. You can just attach it to something and you can get a like position and rotation and scale. We're going to call this claw. Then this follower can follow claw. And what I can do is power this on to pick up a crate. And then I can move the tag or whatever the, you know, whatever object the tag is attached to, and then drop it. Yes, I like where this is going. Okay, okay, So, the whatever stuff the claw is attached to, it of course has to like move in order to perform the whole stacking thing. But this is going to be a fun, different kind of challenge. I'm curious. They said there's a crane. Let me just search for crane. Controllable crane. I doubt this is what I want, but oh my god. Oh. This is large. I think. Controllable how? Can this be like possessed somehow? Also, why is that one microchip like, where is it going? What is that? What is this? Hold on, I gotta look at this here. You actually can control it. The camera is so far away, but you actually can control it. Is this lowering it? What were the controls? You gotta tell me the controls, game. This is remarkable. So this is moving it forward and backward. I don't know what's going on with that thing. How do I move it down? There we go. Well, color me impressed. It's really cool that someone built this. Can I grab this? Come on, why can't I grab? Don't do this to me, it's a crane. All right, whatever. We're not going to use the big fancy crane. This one's kind of funny. Is this controllable in any way, or is it just a sculpture? Looks like just a sculpture. No, but it retracts? It just goes up and down. Okay. It's fun to see what people have on the Dreamiverse, but in this case, I'm not sure that I'm going to find what I want. So. Yeah, paper crane, exactly what I want. What the heck? Why, what? What crazy camera effect did this thing put on the world? All right, enough of all that. Enough of that noise. I mean, literal noise. We're just gonna have a magic floating claw. I'm curious if they have. Yeah, this'll do. This will do nicely. So, what I can do is put my microchip on that as the starting point for all the rest of our code. And we will open this up and pin it so that it's nice and easy to work with. Nice big canvas, and let's put the tag on it. Oh. Scaling it up was not the thing to do because it makes the code huge. Don't need to do that. I'm gonna have probably enough huge code problems as it is. Grab please, thanks. I didn't really think about that, but that makes sense. So, this is the claw. And if I select this, you can see that I can actually alter the location of the tag so that I can put it in a place that will make sense for a box to follow it. Did I power this thing down? Why would I do that? Why did you move to there? Oh, I see. Here, let's move it a little lower. A little higher. Perfect. So I can basically turn, well, actually, can I turn the claw off? Oh, but I don't want to do that because I'm gonna want to lift one crate at a time, and if I have multiple crates, then things are gonna be sad and bad. Or just really funny. I am amused, but this is not what I actually want. I'm going to want to turn the actual follower on a particular box on and off. How I do that, I'm not entirely sure. That'll be kind of an interesting conundrum. So let's see. I figure I'm going to need some kind of wireless transmission shenanigans. Let's say that I'm going to put the wireless receiver on here first, just so that I can mess with its collision shape. So the way that these things work, the wireless receivers are the ones that have the actual like collision volume on them. And so, you know, for example, I could have a collision region that, excuse me? Yeah, that like extends down to here. And presumably out sideways as well. Which I could use to remotely activate a crate. However, it's going to capture all crates in the stack, which is the thing that I don't like about this plan. I mean, that's just no good. I need to only grab a single crate. So I think maybe what I should do is here's what I think I can do. I can have a wireless transmitter receiver thing on each crate that can see if it has a crate above it, and only something that has no crate above it will actually like turn on its lifter to be lifted, which, I mean, it's jank, but big deal, right? What isn't jank in this crazy thing I'm doing? So, our crate logic. We're going to have a wireless let's see. I guess I want to place this first. The wireless receiver is going to have a rectangular region centered on top of the crate. That's like centered enough. I just want it positioned there because it's just a more reasonable anchor point, but then I can move it up to include kind of the whole crate above it. What about the transmitter? This doesn't have a position at all, does it? Which means we are going to probably want this to extend forward. Feels a little bit jank, but if I'm gonna, let's see, I have to actually name this transmitter crate above. At which point I can select it over here. And then if we, I gotta turn this follower off for real. If I run this and I duplicate this up here, Color me confused because it is not. Oh, no. Hold on. I wasn't actually sending anything into this wireless transmitter, hence not transmitting. So, yep, so now you can see it's lit up basically when there is a crate above it. This one has no crate above it. So this can be used to detect for me if there is another crate in the stack. Okay, that's progress, I guess. This wireless receiver, why are you receiving? Oh. I need to name this wireless receiver, or I need to pick the name. We're gonna call this grab. And yeah, so now it's not active. I need to put a corresponding wireless transmitter on here named grab though. Why you know? Why you know? Oh, same deal again where here, if I like send a grab signal into here. Oh yeah, okay. I forgot which. These preview different things. It's a little bit odd. If I wire another switch in over here to actually act as output now, you can see that I can send the grab signal from the claw, and it will be received on the crates below. So that's good. Hey, Sentient Coffee, how are you? Why are you receiving? You're receiving too much. You're too eager to receive. I appreciate the hustle, but you can't just receive everything, you know? So let's see here. You know, also I'm gonna move this to the side so that we can actually see the claw. So what I want basically now is, I think what I'm gonna do is send a pulse on the grab signal here. If I run it continuously, I think I'm gonna have problems, but if I send a pulse, then on the other side, or actually, I'll receive a pulse on this side. That I think is the more reasonable thing. So with the signal manipulator node, you can take a steady signal, but turn it into just a rising edge detection sort of thing, where it just does a single pulse. And what we can do now is, let's see, I gotta move the follower onto this here, because otherwise it'll be too hard to wire. Basically, if there is no crate above, and we receive this pulse, then we're going to turn on this follower. Now this isn't perfect because this will only turn it on for like a single tick. That's no good. Because if I pulse that, it like hops once, which is also very funny, but not what I'm looking for. I need it to stay on, so I guess I need this to be sort of a latch, where basically if you are, let's see. If we are not being told to grab, then go into state A here. This will allow me to turn off this signal over here and drop it. And only if you don't have a crate above will you toggle into state B, and that's what powers you on. So now if I run this, that'll go up and grab it, and then I can turn it off to drop it. And then I can go up and grab it again, and I can drop it. And importantly, this should actually only pick up the top one. And indeed it does. I think I need to change the damping, but that's working great over. It's working great overall. So let me see here. I kind of want to. Here, we'll turn up the damping. To be honest, a little bit of spring is kind of funny. Okay, that seems pretty nice. So I can now send a signal to grab to pick up, and then power it off to drop, and this will work great until such a time as I move this over another stack, at which point I will accidentally pick up another. So maybe I didn't think this all the way through. To show what I mean, here, let me just put a mover on this guy. That'll move. Why over here? Why is this the position that you have? Why did you decide for that to be the position? It doesn't actually matter, but I'm just confused. Get in there. Oh my goodness. It's impossible to judge these things. It is impossible to judge these things. Just be in the middle of it. Thanks. Yeah, so it grabs the second one when it moves over it because that one doesn't have a crate above it, right? Gosh, it is amusing, but it is not what I want. So maybe I do want to actually do just a single pulse. Yeah. Let's just put a pulse thing up here. And we don't need it here. And we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is have a separate signal for drop. Grab and drop. So then when we receive the grab signal and we're the top crate, we'll transition to that. But then when we receive the drop signal, we'll go back to that. And this, I guess, I need to duplicate this whole thing down for dropping. Oh, maybe I should turn off the mover for now. So then I can grab, I can drop. Firing drop doesn't really do anything. Yeah, and now if I have another crate over here and I grab this one, then when it moves over this, it should not grab it. And indeed it does not. So, all good. This is seeming pretty good so far. So I do, though, need to... Here, I'm going to... at a certain point, I need to actually, like, make this crate a separate scene so that I make edits to all of them at the same time, but it's such a pain when they're changing so frequently to be hopping in and out of scenes all the time, so... For now, I'll get by with duplicating. Let's see, I want a text displayer because the nice thing about this problem is that the letters down here in the problem have no bearing on the actual operation. They are purely labels for stuff, which means I can use letters for the first time ever. So let's say that this is crate M. I can have this be in the world. I can have this style all nice. Oh, I can even have it do the sticker mode, which looks bad right now, but oh, I see how that works. It like splats it onto the object within a certain range that you can define, so that it like paints it on, which I think is neat. So with that in mind, let's see. I want it to... Let's see, I guess I can just scale it up, can't I? Nope. There we go. How to make it look better, though. And actually, I kind of just want it to be no box, no border, no shadow, just plain old white text. It's kind of annoying how dark it is. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, that works, I guess. Just make the text emissive. No problem. Yeah, it seems pretty good. It's like causing a lens flare now. But it looks nice. And it's like painted right onto the crate. So cool. If I remember right, Henry Rose, who's a Handmade Network member, runs the London meetups and streams frequently. I think he's like the guy responsible for this feature, so thanks, Henry. I remember him talking about that a long time ago, and I know that he, at least, he might still work for Media Molecule. At least did work for Media Molecule. So, thanks. It's nice. I kind of just wish that I didn't have to... Well, I might leave it off for now, but we'll see. So with that on there, that's nice. Hold on, is that not vertically? It's whatever. It's fine. Here, let me save this. I don't want to get too far in before I save. Advent of Code 2022, day 5. What did they call this thing? Supply stacks. No, I called it supply tax. I am annoyed. Alright, back into it. Back into it with the right name. So it's time to actually implement the logic, I guess. I need a program again. That's my favorite part of this whole process, is encoding a bunch of sliders and selectors to make a program. So move 1 from 2 to 1, move 3 from 1 to 3, move 2 from 2 to 1, move 1 from 1 to 2. There's these 3 number tuples that I need, which means it's time to use the 3 number wire type. So, or maybe I could, yeah, we'll just go with that because it'll make wiring easier and it doesn't actually matter. So, since we're entirely working with, let's see, I'm gonna say that you could move up to 5 crates at a time. Since, I mean, it doesn't actually matter. I just need a value range for the slider. And since there are 3 stacks, well, whatever, they can all be 1 to 5. It doesn't actually matter at all. So that's going to be move 1 from 2 to 1. And those all wire in like so. Move 3 from 1 to 3. Not 5, move 3. And this is going to be some annoying iteration, but I'll deal with it. Let me grab the microchip to put this whole program on, since I just know that I'm going to need it. Grab it. This one is 2 from 2 to 1, and 1 from 1 to 2. So there we have it. We have to do our usual sort of list and iteration pattern here, which is to have a selector that will power things on, each powering on one of these combiners. And all the combiners wired up to a common node, which will be the output. In addition, so let's see, this is going to be the step. And in addition, we need the total, the number of steps. Which is going to come from here, the number of ports we have open on the selector. We're also going to need an input node representing the current index that we are attempting to view. So that will port into there. And that's basically it for the program node. I guess I'll call this program. So we now have our nice little node that has the total and the step, and we can set that up with my iterator so that we can step through it. This is the nice new version of the iterator that I've been using for the past couple days, and it should be all good to go. We can hook that up over here where we can pass in the index here and only power this thing on when we are allowed to use it. Maybe? No, I don't actually want to do that. It's best to use the output of this. So I can split out the first step of iteration that we're on, like so here. I will also wire that around just so that it knows that there are 4 things to step through. And let's see. There's going to be more iteration on this though, which is the scary thing. So, because what's going to happen here, I need to, if I'm going to move one box from 2 to 1, if I'm going to move 3 boxes, then I have to do this motion 3 times. So we're going to need another iterator. So this is going to be the number of times that we go through a particular sequence. When we step to the next thing, we want to reset this iterator, because that means that we'll go back to the beginning every time that we move to a new step of our program. I think that's fine. As for this iterator itself, we're going to... Oh no, I don't need... No, I do need an iterator. So there's yet another sequence in here, but this sequence is fixed. I can use a selector for this. I'm going to have something that's grab, move, drop, move. Or I guess it's just grab, move, drop. No, it's move, grab, move, drop. That's what it is, because I have to move to the correct stack, then grab. So, and in fact, with that in mind, here, I think whenever we step to the next thing, we're going to go back to the start of the sequence, and we're going to, in general, just power this whole selector on when we are in the use thing here. Index shouldn't actually matter, because we're not actually using the index for anything. We're just counting the number of times that we perform this action. So time to implement the stuff, I guess. So what I need is to build stacks at some predefined locations. I guess the crate seems to be doing what it needs to do. So I'm going to go ahead now and make this thing into its own. Oh no, hold on. Save as new creation. Okay, I can't edit it, but I can use it in a scene of my own. I was really concerned for a second. It's a contraption. It's a D5 crate. And now, whenever I want to edit it, I have to remember to actually scope in to the scene. Although, I can, on each one, modify the text that it is displaying without penalty. Let's copy these two over, and this is where I think I need to be pretty precise about how far I move them. It doesn't tell me how far I move them, but I'm going to keep them lined up with the grid lines here. Because I'm going to just need to use consistent units to determine exactly like where the stacks are. That's fine, I think. It should not be an issue. Put that there, and then we just have to modify the text on each of these. This one is N. This one is Z. And this one is P. So that's a nice, like, directly visual representation of this problem. That makes me happy. So let's start going through. I think what I need to do is start the crane right over the like leftmost stack. And then use some like offset shenanigans to just like math out from that starting point where the other stacks are, right? If this is stack 1, then I can, and I know the space between stacks, then I can compute this easily. And in fact, what I could do, oh yeah, this will be perfect actually. I don't need to math it out, or I don't need to math it out in quite the way that I was originally thinking. I'm gonna grab a tag. I'm gonna put it on the ground right here. Right here, I guess. This is going to be, oh, actually, I'm gonna make it even bigger. Oh, that's right, and I can, this is great. This is great. This is the stack start. Oh. Set. Call that stack 1. This is stack 2. And what I can do is get the vector between these and do vector math, because they added vector math to Dreams. So I can just wire these two directly in and use a math node, a calculator, as they're known, to do some vector stuff. Can I wire these directly in? Does it know to pull out just the position? I'm curious. Because these are technically like full transforms. Oh, they're not even. What am I getting if I do subtraction? I just realized that I have them the wrong way anyway, but you know, who cares? Let's split it out and see what I have. All of them. Did it just do math across all of them then? It did. Slick. Because indeed, -2 is, I guess, what I would expect. If I move this, yeah, now it's like 0. Apparently these grid marks are on 2. Who knew? As I mentioned, I did wire these wrong, which is just heartbreaking. But not too bad to patch back up as long as I have both tweaks open. Such that now I'm getting this nice vector 2. And that is the thing that I can then multiply by the number to basically go where I need to go, which is great. If I drop in a follower on this thing, the follower has the ability to just directly pass in the transform that you want to move toward, which is what this is. It's not what that is directly. I have to math. I also need to just hold a particular z value right at the start, which is fine. Oh, I need to move this to properly inside the thing, don't I? How about you move up? Thanks. It's a little bit annoying because I can't go directly to it or it'll fly into the ground. Ah, so annoying. Because there's no way to get the position of this thing specifically, is there? Man. God, please. I'm gonna just make another tag here that is just called height. I just want it to preserve the height that I place it at, and I don't want to have to like hard code a particular height into it. So I'm going to move that to basically the same position as that. And now I should be good to extract the height from it. So that'll be just more splitters, you know? Because all I need is the Z. Or the Z for you Canadians. That lets me bundle together into a new number. Can't see anything. Let's see, it should be another 3 number where we take that, take the Z from this tag, but the X and Y from this, I think. Oh, is Y up? I'm about to be really annoyed. I'm about to be really annoyed. No, Z is up. Or this is like, it's because the tag is rotated. Yeah, Y is up. Y is up in world space. Rage. Anyway, that's going to be the position that we are actually seeking toward. Why there? Why there specifically? Oh, because I need like the home position. This just went to positive because it's 0 plus that gets me that. Okay, well, I mean, it did move to the right place, so that's something. But I do need it to like use the home position. So that's going to be, let's see, this subtracted one here. I need to make more space and add more explicitly named nodes. This one's called home. And it is from this tag. I guess I'll call it stack 1. Stack 1 and stack 2, fine. Okay, so that'll go into there. But this is then, I'm gonna call this one delta. And what I actually need is delta plus, and then I'm gonna add a number slider for which stack I want to go to. So we need that stack number -1. Just feels like programming with extra steps. I mean, you're not wrong. We're going to do more vector. This is going to be vector addition, isn't it? Oh, there's no need to do vector stuff when the normal addition node works fine for this. Or no, I need to do multiplication, but also multiplication works fine. Scalar multiplication, right? Scalar multiplication works real nice. So we're going to take our delta times the offset number from the home position plus the home position, which is just stack 1 here. And that is what we are going to pass into here, annoyingly. I'm adding the wrong types. This is the whole transform, not just the position. I should really, I really don't care about any of the other things, and it's just going to complicate the math. So I'm going to split out the positions early. Okay, this now I can accurately refer to as our delta. Okay, it moved slightly forward, which is fine. Now I should move to stack 2. And then to stack 3. Pretty good. Do I like the springiness? I kind of like the springiness. Although I suspect the springiness shouldn't actually matter for what I'm doing. There should be sufficient slop in the system to allow for things to wobble a little bit. So this is pretty good. I can basically collapse all of this into a single microchip that is just like move to this number, which should make it nice and easy for me to organize some of this logic. We'll just call it move. Copy in these nodes, stack 1 and well, copying everything, actually. These two get copied. No, these two get copied because I actually want those nodes present on the graph. And we'll delete these other connections and just patch them in here. We need another node for height tag. Into which I can pass this. And we need a node for stack. Which at the moment can just be hard coded to that. This is now my mover. It what? Why you gotta be like that? Come on. Where are you going? Like, what do you think is over there? It's moving the wrong way. What? The delta got reversed when I put this thing in its own microchip? Like, I'm sorry, what? Oh. I wired that into the wrong port. And now it is working as intended. All right. Yep, and this should just move all the way to 3. Beautiful. Beautiful. One thing that I will do though is output when I am there. So that's going to be a vector length between the current well, actually, this isn't just height, it's just me. It is its own transform. So this is my target now, and I can name this node as such just to be real clear. And if target minus me is less than a certain threshold, then I'll say I'm there. So get that vector length. And if it is less than, I have no idea what will be appropriate. So let's just wire that up and see. 0.1, I don't know. I was just sort of looking at watching it move, and let's see. I don't like that it overshoots. Also, it is absolutely drifting up, which just figures. Because it's trying to go to its own position, which I love. I don't want it to do that. I'll have to freeze things a little bit. I think I am going to just make the damping stronger on this. Yeah. So now, yeah. Then I toggle that up and it's not there. Put it back down. And I should be able to, for example, do the move 1 from 2 to 1 step by doing this, and then grab, and then move to 1, and then drop. I think this is going to work. Very nice. Very nice. I am a fan of that. So what that means over here is that I can, let's see. Put a note on this that says done. So very nice. Very, very, very nice. So we'll collapse that down now because this is all I need to run the rest of this program. So let's see. We gotta first get the step that we're on here. So we have to first move. Let's see. Let me start by making some nodes here that I can use to control power and routing and stuff. So the 4 steps here, as I said, are like move to the starting stack, grab, move to the destination stack, drop. So move to the start stack. The start stack is the second number here because it's move the quantity from start to finish. So this is the source. And this is the destination. Both of those are going to be wired into the stack thing. However, these nodes are only going to be powered on in certain situations. Like so. So it should move to stack 2 because that's the first step of our program here. When it is there, then we need to step to the next. So that's where I'm gonna need, I guess, just some AND gates for this. So if we're done and in state A, then we move to state B. If we're, I mean, I hate this, but it's what I have to do. If we're done and in state C, then we move to state D. I'll clean up all the wiring later. If we're in state B is the grab signal. State D is the drop signal. So this should move there, grab. Right, there's nothing moving it on to the next state. I guess in each case, I want to just like do a short delay, probably. I'll just throw a timer on there and then move to the next state. So like half a second should be fine. So when this timer is finished, we'll move to state C. And there's really actually no need for any other timer because the drop occurs on the very last part of the sequence. So there's no delay necessary. So I hate this, but right. It's starting out all the way. Yeah, if we start the timer full, then it should be fine. Don't drop it right away. You Okay, so the problem actually I don't think I want those to be hooked up at all. Because those are causing it to be quote unquote done. Wait, why did it start moving back right away? That's supposed to take it to state B. At which point it's supposed to go over here. Maybe I should make this take a little longer. But it seemed like it reversed immediately. Yeah, why is it moving right now? Because it's moving to stack 0. Eh. You know what? This should only be powered when we're in one of these two states. It just shouldn't move otherwise. Although this might look kind of bad. Yeah, that's not really what I wanted either. kind of do want this to be always powered and going to a particular destination. Oh, these annoying sequencing problems. So the problem is that when it's here after the delay, this pulses because this thing is still apparently reading done. It's like it didn't read the new thing from here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ditch these and I'm gonna oh, maybe I don't have a choice. This is just stupid. This is just Dreams being stupid again with like what executes before what. There's no reason that this shouldn't be okay. Except that there's a cycle in the graph, and so stuff's executing in a different order from what I want it to. So boy, that's frustrating. I'm gonna try a trick that I had before, which is to use nodes and microchips that are powered on instead of AND gates. Because I feel like maybe that actually just works better. So this is the node for moving phase A. This is the node for moving phase C. This is the one that kicks you to phase B. This is the one that kicks you to phase D. Did not help. All right, another attempt here. Signal manipulator with smoothing. This will act actually as a better debounce too. So now basically when it gets there, it eases up to that top position. Now, I think that I need to put some kind of threshold on it, because otherwise it will still bounce to the next thing right away. But, oh, this totally doesn't help me anyway, does it? Hold on. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Because of power. Nope. Because that other signal manipulator is still manipulating even when it's powered down, which I kind of hoped it wouldn't. Why are these the problems that always get me stuck in dreams? It's always just like the logic is fine, but a cycle breaks in the wrong place, and now you have to re-architect a bunch of stuff just because there's no explicit execution flow in here. Everything is fine about this solution. Like, absolutely everything's fine. It's all working. Except that it's just triggering something at the wrong time because it holds on to state and everything is bad. And I can hack around it, but it's fragile. So, what do I make of this? What's an actually good thing to do here? The done signal is itself fine. The problem is that right when this thing powers on, it doesn't yet have the new destination value. I'm going to do the ugly thing because I think the ugly thing will work fine. Gotta get back to what I had before with and gates should be fine. But I power this thing on and off. It'll be ugly, but it'll work because it'll stop abruptly. I'm sorry, what? Even that didn't fix it. Is this the problem? Like, how annoying is this, man? I literally just want to pass one of two numbers in here. Okay, next I'm gonna go back to this where now it'll reverse awkwardly because it has a value of 0. And it'll go to 0, which is off the whole grid. But then I can just do some shenanigans here where I have a memory cell in this, and if the stack isn't 0, then we'll use it. Otherwise, it'll be sticky, which is also stuff that I love to do. Yep, so now when it's 0, nothing happens. Okay, that's actually fine. It's weird, but it's fine. Weird, but okay. What that lets me do now is actually sequence these things a little bit nicer. Because over here, I actually want another clock. I want the pause to happen before I drop, judging by what I just saw there. So let's run it. It'll come over here. It'll pick it up, wait half a second, go back, wait half a second, drop. That's nice. That's really nice. We're gonna save that. And now we may actually be able to simply, after the drop, go back and step to the next one of that, because we're supposed to move 1 from 2 to 1 and then 3 from 1 to 3 and so on, which means I guess that when I'm done with this, I need to move to the next thing here. And here, let's just see what this does. So this should be stepping to the next stage of the program too. So move 1 from 2 to 1. This is not working for some reason. What step of program are we on? We stepped way the heck to the end. So we were supposed to move to the 3 from 1 to 3 thing. It actually did tick the right number of times, but something about the whole sequence isn't working. Where like, I think we want that actually. Instead of the next thing, we want the use thing, because it's like, hey, you want to actually do this step of the iteration, then that resets you back to the beginning. Not so sure about this. I'm not so sure about this. This doesn't seem like exactly what I wanted. This is a disaster. I think it might be more or less stepping through the whole program, but it's also got these like weird stutter steps, which is just no good. So, that's hilarious. Let's figure out what's happening on the step to the next program here, because it feels like, okay, so it was like go into 0 for a second, which is like real cool. Like, why is it not going all the way to 3? I mean, it is. Oh no, it's 3 from 1 to 3, so it's actually trying to go to 1. I was wrong about that. Oh, also, I'm gonna need to move this way up, but why is it like moving left? from what? It's like actually setting this to 0 somehow. It shouldn't be possible for it to do that, according to how I thought the memory cell worked. And yet it totally is. How is that possible? What? I mean, what? I mean, what? Is it like... No, 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 what? This doesn't make any sense at all. It's like because it's pulsing somewhere, it's doing this just wildly incorrect thing. Maybe the issue is in part that it didn't wait. It needs to wait longer on the drop. Oh yeah, actually. Should probably wait like a 1.5 seconds on each crate drop. To make sure that it settles all the way down. So, get there, wait 1/2 second, drop, and wait 1.5 seconds, and then go. Now, it jogged left, but it is actually working fine, I think. It's not working fine. God, I hate this so much. I hate this so much. Why can it not, like, figure out... This is just maddening. It's also kind of maddening that this first one works so well. This is the crux of it. It is somehow able to punch in 0 as a valid destination, and then it's like, I'm there, lol. There's just no way. That doesn't make any sense, because in order to set it... Is it like some weird power scaling issue? It is not. That's good, because I would have been really concerned if it was. But it's also not good because it didn't fix it. How is that? How is it okay with that? It's like, yep, I definitely made it to 1. So this should now, yeah. So we're looking at the A up there. Zeros, zeros, zeros. Why is it zeros? How can it be 0? How can it be? The only way that it can set a value is when the value that is coming in is not 0. Like, how can it be getting 0? Where did I go so wrong? And where in this whole stupid stack? Even my memory cell doesn't work right. And if it's 0, then why is, I mean, I still don't understand why it's registering as done for that matter. Like if I get the length of the vector from like place to place. I'm sorry, what? What? Okay, there we go. So now this is where it starts to freak out. Well, no, here is really where it starts to freak out. How does it ever read as done? No. This is, no, there are deeper shenanigans here. It has to do with these timers. Oh. Pretty sure this is gonna break something again. Yeah. This is so weird. Well, it's time to yet again go on a magical state machine journey where I don't anything and it sucks. I'm gonna delete all this. We're gonna rebuild it. There's just gonna be more states, more waiting, more weirdness, more. So this is now, state A is the set where we are going state, but not go. We go when we now are not done. And we're in state A. It's like we're not there yet. So now we're on the way. And then when we are there, then we hit state C, which is the grab state. After we've sent the grab signal and waited an amount of time, we go into D, which is just the set the where we are going state. And when we are not done with that, and in state D. Wait, no, did I even wire anything into that? No, I didn't. Then we'll move to state E, and then state E will just sort of go until we are there, and then we go to state F, which is the drop state. I hate this so much. It doesn't even work. It just goes to 0 now. Why is that what you do? Why is that what you do? Because we're not there. Ugh. I hate this. It's such a stupid thing to be hung up on. The logic is obvious. It's obvious. It should be working, except that things just execute in the wrong order, so I have to figure out some sort of weird hack around it. And there's like so much extra state that I have to check to make this happen. So, okay, to try and rubber duck the problem here. The problem is that right when I step to the next state, like the next target, like the next destination that we want, it immediately sometimes like because I'm like in that, because the exit condition for the state is that we are at our destination, but we're changing the destination at the same time. If those evaluate in the wrong order, we register as done, because we register as at our destination immediately upon arriving in that state because we haven't set our new destination yet. I don't really have direct control over this because dreams don't. So what do I even do? I mean, I feel like I can just debounce it somehow. I hate it, but I can. I mean, like, conceptually, that is more or less fine, because, like, the logic here is sound. It's just the destination thing. So really, I feel like the issue is somehow that, like, whenever, it's like when we arrive at the destination, that needs to be, I guess I could pulse that so that it's just like a signal when we arrive. And that would probably work. My God, why? This is like literally just a bug in Dreams where you just can't grab the right edge of the graph. Pulse on, input on. So there's still a little bit of weird stutter, but it might actually work. This is also not going to work because it's going to like bump the crates into each other, which is going to be very funny, but also not really what I want. Okay, and then it's going to move 2 from 2 to 1. Yeah, there's that like weird stutter step, but I guess it's at least sequencing things right, so who am I to complain? Is it? It's not like... I think it's actually done, but it just didn't like stop. Okay, well... It should still work, right? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, then it'll... Here, I'm gonna see if I can speed up the movement slightly. Yeah, it's just repeating the last step now. Which is interesting. It doesn't actually matter here. And so on grab, I'm going to make it take a little longer. I hope that the stack doesn't fail on me there. But it seems okay, especially because I have the gyroscopes holding things up. Okay, let's get that end condition. Because when it's done, we should then like power off everything else. In fact, I think that we could very easily stop everything. I mean, it would be better if things were a little more isolated onto like a single microchip. I could do that pretty easily, actually. But I'm not gonna bother. Just power off the mover when the program is done, and that should halt everything because the rest of the state machine can't progress. Stack is a little precarious. It's fine. Wait, what? It wasn't done? Huh? Okay, well now color me confused. Because at the end of the program, it should have just... What? Let me, artificially drop this to only 2. So that after these steps, it's just done. Speed it up somewhat. Well, actually, like... I'm also gonna only move 1. So I'm messing with the program here. But then it should just move that 1 to position 3, and then it should just be done. But it ain't. But it ain't. And why? Because we're not using the use thing, because I'm dumb. I'm a dummy. Okay, except that I don't think that powering on and off the iterator is actually what I want. You know what? Fine. I will just move all this logic into a new microchip that I can power on and off. And it is just the do this stuff microchip. And it looks beautiful and I love it. And I forgot to copy one of the timers into it, so rip. I don't know if this helps me either. No, this actually doesn't. You know what? Forget that too. I just want to know why here. I'm going to pump this back up to 4. There are 4 things. However, I'm going to just explicitly pass 1 in here. There is 1 step in our iterator, which means that we should move 1 crate from there to there, and then it should stop. It did. Why didn't it stop the other times? What? What? Okay, so now it should move 1 crate from there to there, and then it should do the next part of the iteration. Okay, now I broke everything. Now I broke everything. Everything is simply broken. It's not... Is it registering done? It is not. It is not done. Is it trying to go to 1, but it's no longer there? Wait a minute. How did this work before? Because now, incredibly, my change to make it only pulse when it arrives at its destination, like, I fixed some other thing by magic, probably just an accidental change in how the dream's cycles are broken. And now it will never advance to the next thing because it already has a destination of 1. So now it's just doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Except that my fix to get around the jank from before doesn't work anymore. So what if I bypass this? And then what does it do? Oh, it's because I changed the program. God, this is really annoying. It's because I changed the program to move from like 1 to 3 or some nonsense like that. Or I changed it to move 1. Oh no, I didn't though. Oh, but I didn't. It's just doing what I want now? This sucks. This sucks. I mean, it does exactly what I want, but like, I didn't change that part of the code. Also, this is broke. Now what is it stuck on? It's in the drop state, but it didn't move. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. I had hard coded it to only run 2 steps of the program. If I now make it run all the steps of the program, then that breaks it? No way. No way, dude. That doesn't make any sense. 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 You cannot tell me that that changes anything. God damn it. That doesn't, no, 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 no. That's just the number 4. That's 2 instances of the number 4. But apparently, now there isn't a cycle somewhere, so it all breaks differently. So now it does what I want, and it's literally just changing one number 4 to a different number 4 causes the entire program to fundamentally execute differently. That sucks. I hate that. I mean, it's now just running flawlessly, which is cool and all, but like, problem solved, victory, 2 hours, all it took. I have no words for this. This is sheer nonsense. But fine. This is apparently how it works, and we're going to like set up a camera and like record video of it, and it'll be all cool and we'll celebrate. But I'm so mad about this. There's no reason that the fix for this whole thing is to take the number 4 that was coming from here and replace it with the number 4 from this. There's no way. That shouldn't change anything. Like, the only reason that changes something, I guess, is because technically, you know, the iterator is like a bunch of wires through here until you get to, you know, kind of the you know, it's essentially just passing wires through to here, and then that passes wires through to this node, and then this node has wires into there. So now there's a big cycle that includes that thing. And now if there's a cycle, the cycle's just gonna break somewhere, and Dreams breaks it in a bad spot. And now apparently if I do that, the cycle gets broken somewhere else. I don't know where else it gets broken, but somewhere else. Now maybe the whole thing topologically sorts exactly how I want it to, but like, come on, man. I mean, like, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is not a good way to program. This is not. Like, when you can't reason about, when so much stuff in your like state machine, I mean, you want to think that it flows left to right, right? I mean, is this such a crazy thing to think that like if I'm writing code on one of these Dreams graphs and it flows left to right, I want it to execute left to right on a tick. If there's some massive loop back to the start, then if you want to break a cycle, put it there, or give me the ability to break a cycle. But like either way, I am not happy with the way that like Dreams actually does have an execution order, and it matters in places. Like a lot of the time it doesn't matter, but sometimes it matters. Today it matters. And you don't have any control over it. You don't have any visibility over it. You can't control it. Things that you do in your graph just result in different execution orders, and you will have no idea. And you can't even reasonably design around it a lot of the time. Like I get like, okay, sure, I should try to not have things that like are sort of interdependent that way and depend on like one thing to execute before the other, like within the same tick. But come on, of course things have to execute before each other in the same tick. The whole thing flows left to right. I want to like power this node on, get the value, pass it into the next node, process that node, and so on. Like there is an order. And the fact that so much of what you do in Dreams does have to like loop wires back around to like tick a selector to the next state or something like that means that you're going to have these terrible cycles. Like do I need a different wire type that's just like send a signal but delay by a tick, you know, or just break the cycle here? I don't know. This is all, I'm just ranting now because I've never been so angry about a successful solution to a problem, but here I am. So, all right. Oh wow, but I'm getting views for it apparently. My viewer numbers are like through the roof, whatever. If anybody at Media Molecule is watching this, I apologize. I'm annoyed. I like this. I like Dreams a lot, but boy is that annoying. Okay, let's take a step back from that mess and make this scene pretty and record video and call it a day. They can't ban me. Actually, they probably could ban me. Why does it always, the like trackpad on the controller is so jank here? So this can be my dock. I want to bring back the snowy field though. Ooh, I have to detach these somehow. Let's bring this thing up to level. And let's set up our snowy scene like we did yesterday. Ah, man. I'm so glad that it's working. I mean, it's very fun to watch this thing operate. So. Snowy rocks. I gotta turn precise move off. The precision is no longer helping me. Or actually, can I build like some ocean out here? How would that work? Can I just search for water? Does this like animate or something? Oh, it does. That's interesting. Huh. It's not very big. This is big. This is what I was hoping for. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Might have to recolor it a little bit, but looks nice. Let's see, I actually want to grab one of the old sun and skies. The sun a little paler there. Interesting. kind of hard to make this look quite the way I was imagining. What if I just sort of duped the whole island here? To like put some background stuff. Yeah, that's nice. Need a boat. Do I want a pirate ship? What a barge. I love the sounds too. I love scrolling through the Dreamiverse and then just getting... That's actually kind of good music. Bulstrode with a grumpy barge. I don't want a sky barge, I want a barge. Come on. This is not quite the vibe I was going for. Sure. This will achieve my goals. Why does that just rise up in the background? What is that about? Huh? Can I, like, make you not movable or something? Or just hide you entirely? Yeah, that's better. Oh, see, I like this sleight of hand where I can like have the crane mostly off screen, and I can just extend it upright. I can just extend it upwards, right? So that you never actually see that there's nothing above it, and then I can put like some kind of crane looking thing on the boat itself. It'll look perfect. Let me bring back here. Let me search for truss. What do you mean VR compatible? It's a truss. This isn't really going to look the way I want, is it? I was thinking maybe if it's like huge and it can like lean left and right depending on the position of the thing of the vat, you know. Here, let me search for crane again. Because I kind of just want a square truss that goes up and then over, right? So that I can have that classic crane shape. Um, Here, I need to. Well, let's see. That's cool and all, but like. That'll work for what I needed to do. Which is just to be big. Come on, there we go. Because I can like stack that up too high maybe. That was wild. I have no idea what was happening there. Let's see, grab this and... Oh, you can't rotate when precise move is on? Oh no, I'm just pressing the wrong button. Haha. Oh, this is super annoying. truss was just manufactured at an angle. It's just jaunty by nature. Plausible. Seems plausible. And now this is where I'm glad to have sort of separated these and not just purely mathed it out. Because now I can move the entire thing this way and everything still works. It didn't have to be at the origin of the world. Although it seems like I just moved everything conveniently to the origin of the world. Did I really just... Oh, wow, I'm a genius. I moved that, like, precisely. Wow, I moved it precisely to the origin of the world after all. So that's cool. I wonder if it works to scale this up, because this now looks kind of comically small. Yeah, it's not visually in the right place anymore. That's fine. Is it just moving a lot faster now? That's interesting. That's interesting. I feel like I should slow this down slightly. That definitely sped up, and I don't understand how. Yeah, it's working nice. So, now I just need to make the claw look a little nicer. Oh, well, actually. Oh, damn, Ebner just got owned. It is like a Tower of Hanoi type thing. But like literally moving things around. Cheating a little, as you can see. I'm just going through the last couple stages of polish here before I call it for the night, because I'm not even done working for the night. I have to like prep for a robotics presentation tomorrow, and it's like 11. It's after 11 p.m. here. But Dreams, Advent of Code must be done. You missed a long rant earlier about my first really serious rant about programming in this system. There was just some serious suckage. Let's see here. I kind of think I know what I want here, which is basically I'm gonna do something I never dare do. I'm gonna sculpt myself. I will be the sculptor. Here, actually, can I? See the tricky thing here. The tricky thing here. Can I have precise move on? I do have precise move on? That doesn't seem to be the case. That definitely doesn't seem to be the case. Is there like a follow guides? Is there... Maybe this will work. Nope. Here, we'll come to here first. And then we'll... Did that work? Is that good enough? Please? I just want this thing to go around there. I think that's good enough. Can I, like, copy? See, now I need to figure out how to use all the, like, painting and coding tools on... There, now that's metal. How do I do, like, coloring? Is that what this is? Why? Okay, there we go. There we go. We're fine. We're fine. We're good. It's all fine. Seems nice. Wait, why is it still going? No, 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 don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't. No. No, 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 no. Oh my god, this program is so fragile. I literally just moved a node to a different... I need to see if this works. Please don't break, please don't break, please don't break. Okay, now only one more move. Only one more move. Please do not continue after this. No, 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 no! God! I'm gonna go nuclear. I'm gonna go absolutely nuclear. We're going to add a fifth option here. And when this fifth option triggers, we're going to just explode this thing. Because I will not stand for this any longer. So, what happened when we explode? Let's see. First of all, that is currently reading 5. I don't think that the dock is, well... One moment. Why are you colliding with this? I don't know why my brush is shaped like this, but I'm not questioning it. Oh. Yes. It's like picking them up. And let's see, I could probably this is never gonna get old. This is too good. This is actually too good. But I think I like the idea though of the dock just blowing up. And I don't know. I kind of but I kind of do like the idea of destroying the current hook here. So that when the program finishes, it will destroy itself and I can like play a particle effect and explosion and stuff. There's no chance of any scripts continuing to run because the thing is exploded, damn it. Because I mean, at least it's running correctly, but it's not terminating for God knows what reason. Why? No, 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 no. No, no, no. It's not even getting to that point. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. Why would it do that? Why would it do that? It's supposed to move one thing, so of course, why not move more than one thing? You know? Like, why not? One thing sounds good to me. How about I move more than one thing? How about I just go up to 2 and onward and just keep on going? Now 3. Now I just can't even believe this. My iterator is busted now? Is that what's happening? But I can't even get to the terminated state. Oh my god. You just don't. What is it doing? I'm going to go insane. I'm inches away, dude. Like, come on. Just stop doing the dumbest stuff. Stop just like missing iterations of the loop for no reason at all. Is that so much to ask? Like, what are you doing? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Like, why? Why? 1! Number 1! Does this iterator, does my iterator have a bug where it doesn't work with if the number 1 is passed in? Is that what I'm seeing here? Like, is that what's happening? I mean, it kind of seems like it maybe, actually, because... Oh my god, I did not want to have to do this! Come on! Of course my iterator has this bug. Of course it does! So... So, wait, Eric Wastel, that's it. Are you the Advent of Code guy? I'm trying to, your name is familiar. Hi, I'm doing Advent of Code in Dreams, and I'm just inches away from having this thing working. Here, I'll back out to show you what the solution is so far. Dreams is a PlayStation game creation platform by Media Molecule, the game studio who made Little Big Planet. And their programming system is all visual, and I am attempting to do Advent of Code in this. I am not doing the full puzzle input because I don't have any way of ingesting the whole file. I have to sort of like hand encode the program into this or the program input into this in funny ways. But this is this is in fact running an arbitrary program to move these crates around. So I can like jump in and reconfigure that if I want. So like for example, I could hop in here, and where it's like move 1 from 2 to 1 and 3 from 1 to 3, I could instead move 2 from 3 to 2 on that. Does that work? No, there's only 1 there. Well, I'll move 1 from... So move 1 from 2 to 1, and then 1 from 3 to 2, and then it, you know, moves on to the next thing, but there's nothing there, so whatever. But yeah, it is programmable, so I got that going for me. So yes, I am encoding the initial state as world objects, and then the steps to take are, yeah, basically like the way that the program itself, there we go. I knew I was forgetting something. So the jank way, the funny thing is like Advent of Code problems are designed for languages where you can iterate easily. This is a pretty normal thing in programming, and Dreams does not do it well. It has no built-in list type. The wires, like the only data type that can flow around on these wires basically is numbers. So it means that to do iteration, I really have to like hack around some stuff and go through some weird contortions. So I have this selector thing that like can step from one to the next, and I've got this whole block that does iteration stuff for me by like, this is basically a for loop, and it is so crazy. It is mostly event response type logic. That's what it's designed for. I mean, it's very naturally, you can imagine the kind of thing where it's like, when the button is pressed, do the thing. And like, when you get shot, change your health. And, you know, all these little concise bits of logic that are not these big tangled messes. So it is capable of a lot, and there are many things that I actually like about this whole visual programming scheme, but also there's just like a few limitations that are really holding it back from being more generally useful. But the whole objective of doing Advent of Code in this is to stretch my knowledge of this coding system to the limit and like really get a sense of what I would like. If you wanted to do a sort of visual programming system like this, because there's a lot to like about this, actually. I know that the input is not the best in the world, not the, you know, most productive with this, but there's a lot to like about this system. It's pure in a good way in a lot of ways when it comes to like just like the way that objects interact, the sort of emphasis on things happening concurrently and responding to each other. It actually ends up being pretty pleasant in those ways. And also, you just can't do anything interesting because it doesn't have lists or strings or anything. And it's just like, gosh, I really, really need these. Yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah. You caught me in the middle of some deep frustration because I just discovered that my iterator has a bug. And so now I gotta go hop over to there and figure out how to fix the bug because it doesn't work because of some shenanigans within this little state machine. Like, apparently it doesn't work if I want to just iterate a single time. Shocker. I didn't test it with an upper limit of 1, and so I've got some sort of stupid issue there. Oh, I suppose, yeah, Zachtronics games wouldn't have lists either, would they? I've never tried to do anything in, like, I know that, like, Exapunks and TAS 100 and whatever, the, like, assembly programming ones tend to have, like, a free play thing where you can just sort of build whatever you want in it. Those games are, like, so obtuse programming-wise that I'm not really, I've never been that interested. But I'm sure, have people done Advent of Code problems in Zachtronics games before? No way. Someone is actually doing stuff in Exapunks? Well, my sympathies. Oh, I'm so annoyed. So this does actually work? It does actually work. My bug is somewhere else? Well, yeah, obviously, Factorio. The thing is, like, I mean, those are really funny. I'm not as personally interested in stuff like that because, like, those are systems that are, like, deliberately esoteric. And it's interesting to try and do stuff in them on one level, but I'm not personally interested in getting really good at Exapunks because it's like an obviously contrived, very limited way to program. Whereas this is like Media Molecule's magnum opus. It's like years and years of them being like, we think game logic and user level programming should be done this way. And so I'm sort of like, okay, sure, take your word for it. We'll see how that goes. So I'm confused now because basically when I pass in a total of 1, where it's supposed to do just a single iteration through this, it correctly outputs use index 0, and then when I toggle to the next thing, it immediately goes to the done state. So in other words, it's working, and I don't understand how it's not working over here now, where somehow this is just like not. Yeah, it's interesting to me because it is actually supposed to be useful. Obviously, it's not designed to be used for these kinds of tasks, but also these kinds of tasks are not that crazy. So I don't know. The only other system sort of like this that I've used before is LabVIEW. It's been a long time since I used LabVIEW. That one's obviously a little more geared for productivity, but it has some similar ideas in that you have like stateful nodes on a graph with no defined execution order by default, although they have somewhat better ways, I think, of defining execution order. It's sort of this implication that everything is concurrent until you choose otherwise, and flipping your thinking to work that way is actually kind of interesting, because obviously concurrency is a difficult problem, but yeah, you can nest these modules arbitrarily deeply, and in fact, these nest pretty far. And the thing about them, though, is like they're all like the nesting here is really just like convenience for organization. Everything is like directly wired to other nodes. You could have all of these literally just floating out in space, and all the logic would work the same. But you can put them on what they call microchips to organize everything. So yeah, it is actually pretty cool. And so, like, for example, this, here, let me pull a crate over here to the boat. So, like, I have this gyroscope thing, which, hello, please come back to me. This gyroscope thing basically, oh, it really wants to be attached to this. So it, when it's attached to something, tries to keep it upright. And so like, you know, right now, the box can sort of tumble. If I snap the gyroscope onto it, the gyroscope like wants to keep it upright. And like, you know, this microchip here could be, whoa. You know, it's got some similar stuff where like the follower could be out here. It's just got like the wire saying, oh, I apply to this thing, but it all can just sort of be organized however you want. I've never actually done much Gary's mod. I'm not familiar with the Gary's mod state of the art. Yeah, arbitrary Lua code would be real nice sometimes here. And actually, I think there is something to that. I think that one of the more powerful ideas of a system like this, I think, is, I mean, like I said, it's sort of everything's concurrent until you choose otherwise, and like you kind of just assume that everything's running independently. But it's made useful by nodes like this selector that have internal state and internal logic for like, oh, when I receive a signal here, then I like step to the next thing in the selector. You know, I wish I could write this iterator in like normal code instead of all this state machine logic stuff, because what I've been finding is that because this is all a sort of pure data flow system, there are cycles in the graph, and the runtime just breaks cycles in random places, and things will just change in terms of execution order sometimes, depending on random stuff. I had like the whole behavior of my program fundamentally change earlier tonight when I stopped outputting the 5 from here and instead hard-coded the 5 here. Suddenly a bunch of bugs just went away. And that sucks. It's not good. It makes it incredibly difficult to do these kinds of things. But I think that it's mitigated if you have nodes that kind of can break a cycle in some way. But I don't know. I kind of want to like call somebody up at Media Molecule and just be like, please tell me how the like cycle breaking works in Dreams, because it's driving me mad. So yeah, that's one of the most unfortunate things here. And of course now, like, it's getting too late here, to be honest. So I kind of want to cheat like mad and just get this example input running and then quit for the night. I can only afford to spend so much time on it, especially because I actually have to spend like it's almost midnight and I have to spend like another hour tonight working on like another important thing that I'm presenting tomorrow. So probably best to just wrap this. But I'm really just curious why. So it's moving from 2 to 1 right now. And that works great and all. And now it's going to move. Okay, so I paused it. I want to debug this. So index 0. Wait a minute. Why though? Why though? What is the total? What do you think the total is? The total is 1. How are you on state A? Oh my God, this is the bug. How are you on state A? It's supposed to be clicking over to state B to stop the program. This is the bug. Because state A comes in here on this really beautiful wire, which is supposed to happen. So it's a bug related to reset somehow. How would that happen? How would that happen? So yeah, now it's doing the right thing at the start. It's doing a one iteration and it's working successfully. And now it's in the 3 from 1 to 3 case and working fine. And now it's in the 2 from 2 to 1 case. Now it's like right here. We're going to see a pulse on A that somehow invalidates this reset on B. I guess that's the problem. I never tried resetting while the input was 1, and that's the bug. In order to maintain some sanity here, you have to make everything like a nice self-contained state machine that never breaks. This is difficult. So to recreate the problem here, I think we're going to have reset active at the same time that we're passing in a total value of 1. Well, except that doesn't do it. The wires that are brighter are wires that have a non-zero value going across them. So you can sort of visually see like which execution paths are active at once. And some nodes have some similar visualization where like this node currently has a value on it. And in fact, they'll sometimes show like sort of decimal stuff too, just to give you like a visual sense of what is actually happening in your program as it's going. That's one of the things I like most about this actually. And one of the nice things about it being so pure in a sense. Like you can always just kind of reach in and hook stuff up and just start poking values, reading values, like there's no difference between program and runtime here, and everything's tangible. So you don't even need like a debugger to go in and get values out of a specific point in your program. You can just patch something in at runtime and be like, what's this? Or put in a switch and be like, no, be in this state now. I want to just force you into this state. I mean, it's all the same like programming model. So that's one of the things that I really like about this. Of course, it comes at the cost of having to like place every object in a really fiddly way. So, okay, so this is also not it. It like when I start this, it actually does still end up, the thing I'm looking at here is that it's going through the sequence that I set over here correctly. I see at the start of the program that this wire and this wire both light up, but ultimately it's still going through the sequence correctly. So I think I might just be getting incredibly unlucky over in the real world. Because, like, oh, this is it. I found the bug. I found the bug. I think. I hope. I really hope. There's the bug. There's the bug. So, this whole reset thing, where like, you know, so now that it's like at the end of iteration, and then I can reset it, and then I can step through again. That's all great, except when this value is 1. When this value is 1, and you reset before it's all the way in the done state. State machines are the best. They're the best. I love them. So if I get all the way into the done state and then do this, no, that actually still has the bug. So I don't know exactly what the problem was before. Let's see. So I'm in the done state now. I drop it down to 1. I reset. This works correctly. However, when I reset again, I've got an idea for just one of my classic, just a classic hack here. What if do a pulse? This definitely fixes it and doesn't make it harder to debug and more fragile. Also doesn't fix it. Oh yeah, of course it doesn't fix it. I've not tried to do proofs for programming, and this doesn't make me want to if it reminds you of it. Of course that doesn't fix it. What was I thinking? So the weird issue here, the thing that causes the bug is this thing staying 0. This index staying 0. Because what happens is that it only kicks over to this index when there's a rising edge on this wire. And because the index for the loop is only ever 0 when the total is 1, no rising edge to be found, basically. I can reset here and keep poking this and... No, wait, now I'm not triggering it again? That's nice. Actually, now this doesn't make any sense to me at all. Okay, if I reset. Okay, we're in the done state. It is awful. Do Rust or Haskell. 2 of my favorites. Well, either way, it's buggy. It's staying in state A. No, this is the bug. This is the bug. So, yeah. And I guess the issue is that when I reset, well, I can definitely do one more attempted hack here, which is to do this and not the reset signal. And that's what goes into B. So it's like mutually exclusive. Either I'm doing this wire or this wire. I mean, that seems to be working. I'm not sure I trust it. Let's say that we take it up to 3. We reset. that seemed fine. Reset the iterator again. So use index 0, then step to the next, then use index 1, then step to the next, use 2, done. And then it stays done, even if you keep pulsing this. I mean, that seems to work, I guess. That seems to work. So I don't like what this does to the wiring. Surprise, surprise. But I do what I must. So I'll back out. I'll save that. I'll update the iterators in my scene. Yeah, that's fine. And who knows what it'll do? Who can even say? For that matter, I should check if this one updated. It might have been sort of detached, but no, it seems okay. There can be some weird shenanigans with that. So far so good, but this was never the problem. Two from 2 to 1. 1 from 1 to 2. It destroyed itself like I forgot I programmed it to. I can get rid of that now, I think. Because now it's actually working. There is no need. There's no need. But, thank goodness. So, hooray! Let me set up a camera now. I need to hide some of the advent of code question stuff on my screen here to help me frame it up better. I'm actually like playing through OBS right now, so. Okay, so there's the camera, and I think I'll put a few flavor elves around the scene. Where are the elves at? I kind of have to see now what happens if I place an elf on one of these boxes. I think it goes poorly for the elf. This needs the kind of logic analyzers that, well, it went reasonably well for him. Oh, I like this. I guess the problem is that that's not exactly what I want. Perfect stack. Perfectly balanced. Works like a charm. Exactly. Is there any crate here that doesn't get shuffled to the bottom of a stack? Probably not. I think that the motions... Yeah, nah. Whoa, no. Twisting the whole dock. Is that an honorary 10 stars for today's Advent of Code from you? Let's see, is he visible from the camera? I think so. Oh no, he's really not. Why did I frame it up this way? What kind of idiot cameraman am I? Oh, that's right, that's right. No, 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 no. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? I'm just endlessly amused that you can, like, just randomly take control of characters in this. This is how Advent of Code was meant to be done. It makes it so obvious how badly I'm cheating with the crates, though. The fact that, like, you know, they like get pushed halfway off of here and just like don't want to. Oh wow, what are they even doing? Let me put time back to the beginning. Thank you for stopping by, and thanks for, you know, putting Advent of Code on every year. I've been looking forward to this for, I mean, like a year, basically. I had the idea to do Advent of Code and Dreams a while ago and just didn't have the resources until now, so I'm really glad to be doing it. Appreciate you doing this every year, so thanks for hanging out. I think this is good enough to record video of and call it a night. So let me, let's see, how do I actually do that on PlayStation? It's probably easiest to just rewind. No, how do you do this? Yeah, thanks. No kidding. So let me just let this play out. If it takes less than 30 seconds, then the like recording thing on PlayStation should work. But it might take longer than 30 seconds. So I'm actually curious. How do I... There, now I'm actually just recording. So let this play out. I did the wrong emote. How do you do emotes here? Alright. What do you mean gameplay paused? This worked, right? Yeah, it worked. I'll be able to upload that in a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for hanging out. I had a good time, except when I was really mad. I don't know if I'll have time to do this tomorrow. I probably won't have time to do this tomorrow. Real life is getting in the way tomorrow, so I'm probably going to be set back by a day and might have to stream more on Wednesday night to try and do 2 problems real quick. How is the crane up there? I'm not going to question it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Bye.